Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and today I'm going to go through a hip strengthening workout so you can just follow along with me. We're going to focus on strengthening our hips, all of our muscles of our hips, our hip flexors, our hip rotators, our hip abductors, and just really making those hips strong to prevent pain in the lower back, in the knees, ankles, feet, hips. And even if you're having some pain, these exercises can actually help reduce that pain. So all we're going to use for equipment is just one loop resistance band. You can actually do all of these exercises without the band, but the band makes some of them a little more challenging. So let's start out. Lie on your back, but place this band around your ankles first. And then just lie flat on your back. And you can do this on a mat on the floor like this, or you can do it in a bed. You want to keep a little resistance in the band, so feet about shoulder width apart. Keep both legs straight, so keep your knees straight. You're just going to lift one leg up like that and back down, and then the other leg up and back down. So let's go ahead. We're going to do 10 on each side to start. So you're just up and down, up and down. So we'll call that 1 and then 2 here. Really keeping that knee straight as we go up and down. You want to keep our hips kind of level as we do this. And this kind of works on core strength as well. Nice and slow, up and down. That's 6. Up and down slowly. This is really working on the hip flexors here. You also have to stabilize with your core, so it's a good core exercise. I think this is 10. Okay, then we'll take a little break. So you'll probably feel it in your quads as well, but also hip flexors, and then a little bit in your core because you have to stabilize with your core as you do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another set of that. Just up and down nice and slow. We'll do 10 on each side. Keeping those knees straight. It's 3. So keep those legs straight. Just lift as high as you can comfortably. I think that's 6. Stabilizing with that core. Keeping those hips level. 8. 2 more. And last one here. That's 10. Okay, we'll take a little break and we're going to do one more set of that. For most of these, we'll do 2 or 3 sets of 10. And if you feel like your quads and your hip flexors are really fatigued after 2 sets, you can go ahead and skip the 3rd set. Okay, let's go ahead and go on the 3rd set. Just lifting as high as you can comfortably. Keeping those knees straight. Nice and slow. 5. 6. Stabilizing here. 3 more. 9. And last one. 10. Okay, you'll probably really feel that kind of in the front of your legs here. Okay, then we'll take the band off, lie on your back, and we're going to do a single leg bridge. So go ahead and straighten one leg, keep the other knee bent, and you're going to lift up like this till your hips are even with your body and come back down. Let's go ahead and do 10, and then we'll do 2 sets of 10 on each side. We'll alternate back and forth. This is a great one for hip strength and for core strength as well. So here we go. Just up and down, nice and slow. Lifting that leg as you go. 4, 5, 6, Then if you feel like your hamstring is going to cramp, try squeezing your glutes before you lift. That's 10. So try just really squeezing those glutes and then lift, because sometimes if you don't squeeze your glutes, then you're kind of relying more on your hamstring, and then your hamstring can cramp, especially if it's not as strong as it needs to be. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. So 1. Just nice and slow. Lifting that leg. Trying to get your body in line as you lift all the way up. And squeezing those glutes before you lift. And last 1. Okay, and if you find the single leg to be hard, you can just start out with the double leg, lifting like that. And then progress to the single leg when you're ready. Okay, let's do one more set of 10 on each side. So we'll go ahead and lift. Trying to get that body even there. Lifting that leg. Really working on those glutes and that core. And squeezing those glutes first. And last 1. And we got one more set on the other side. So really squeezing those glutes first so we don't rely too much on our hamstring. Okay, so here we go. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just nice and slow. And up as high as you can. 2 more. And last 1. Okay. That one is a tougher one than it looks, definitely. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go on our side. We're going to work on our hip abductors a little bit. That's the muscle that brings your leg out to the side like this. It's the gluteus medius. So we're going to go on our elbow here. We're going to keep the bottom knee bent, top leg straight, because we're going to go up into a little bit of a side plank here and lift the top leg, just like that. Now, if you find that too difficult, you can just stay in this position and lift from here and then work your way up into the side plank. But we are going to do 2 sets of 10 on each side. Really trying to keep this top leg in line with your body, flexing your toes back towards you. And so we're going to come up here and we just lift nice and slow, just as high as you can comfortably. You don't necessarily have to go super high on this. Just up and down, nice and slow. 2 more here. And last 1, and then come back down. This exercise, like I said, we're working on the gluteus medius, the hip abductor here, but you're also working on the hip on the bottom, because you have to stabilize, you have to stay in that position, in that side plank, as you lift the other leg. So it's a great exercise because it's working on both hips at the same time. Okay, let's do one more set, and then we're going to flip to the other side. So, and make sure when you're up on the side plank, your elbow is under your shoulder. If it's too far out, it's going to be hard on your shoulder. It's going to be hard to maintain that position. So keep that elbow right under your shoulder. And here we go. We'll do 10 more of these. Nice and slow, keeping that leg in line with your body. And you should feel it in the top hip and the bottom hip. 2 more. And good. Okay. Now flip over to the other side. Same thing. We're going to be on our elbow here. And make sure your elbow's right under your shoulder. Bend this bottom knee. Keep the top leg straight and in line with your body. And then we'll lift up here. And then lift. Just as high as you can comfortably. Doesn't have to be super high. Sometimes if you lift too high, then you end up working different muscles. 8. And last 1. and back down. And it may be easier on one side than the other. That's okay. Most people have one side that's a little bit stronger. Maybe you just need a little more work on that side. Okay, we got one more set of these. So we're going to lift up here. We'll go 1, nice and slow here. Slow up, slow down. 5, 7, 2 more, and 10. Okay, from there, we're going to work on our hip extensors a little bit, kind of the gluteus maximus, these muscles back here. We're going to use a band. You can also do this one with no band. So place the band around your ankles and come into a hands and knees position, just like this. And from here, we're going to kick one leg out, just straight, and you're just going to lift up and then back down. So let's go ahead and we're going to do 2 sets of 10 on each side. Let's alternate though. We'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So just lift up and back down, nice and slow. Really working on those hip extensors here. 5, 6, 7, and again, you're kind of stabilizing with the other leg. So this works both legs. Okay, we'll come back down and then we're going to switch. Sometimes the band rolls. Straighten that out there. And then let's do 10 on this side. So just lifting up straight. Making sure to keep that knee straight as you lift. And again, you can do this without a band if you want to as well. 3 more. And last one. Okay, we're going to do one more set on each side. So we'll straighten. Well, let's make sure our band is in the right place. Okay. Straighten that out. And then here we go. Just lift. 3. Nice and slow. Working on those hip extensors. 6. Keeping that knee straight. And 10. All right, one last set on the other side. So just straighten that leg out there. And we'll do 10 more here. Here we go. Nice and slow, up and down. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Okay, we have one more exercise. We're going to stand up for this one. Place this band around your feet. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart. We are going to bend our knees slightly here. And this is going to be a side-to-side step. So we want to keep our knees bent the whole time. This kind of gives more activation to the quads and the hips. And you're just going to step to the side and then step to the other side. You want to keep some resistance, so you don't want to bring your foot all the way in to where the band kind of falls down in between your feet. So you want to step as far as you can, keeping your feet straight, and bring the other foot in and then back out. Okay, so we'll make that 1, 2, we're gonna go for 10 here. Stay in that squat position. You wanna make sure you're not coming in and out of the squat, just stay in that squat. Okay, I think that's 10. And then we'll come back up and relax. We'll do that 2 more times, 2 more sets of 10. Just keeping our feet straight, keeping a little bit of a squat position. This really works on hip abductors, hip adductors as well. And this is just a great one for hip stability. Also a little bit of single leg stability too. Okay, here we go. We'll go 10 of these again, making sure to stay in that squat, just like that. Feet pointed straight ahead. 8, let's do 2 more. And There we go. Okay, a little rest. We got one more set of 10 and then we'll be done. But this is, all of these exercises just really help build up that hip strength, which is important for reducing pain in your low back, hips, basically the whole lower extremity, and also preventing it as well. Okay, last one, here we go. 2, keeping those feet straight, keeping those knees bent. 7, 8, and all right, we are done. So that's something that you can do. I probably wouldn't do it every day, but maybe every other day. Just build up that hip strength and get rid of any pain you're having in your lower back or hips or knees, and just prevent it in the future as well.